What you're saying is the jumping off point to bring in our guest, Siddarth Varadarajan, a very, very senior journalist joining us. Is the Prime Minister's attack on Modi, Siddarth, a bid to deflect attention from the UPS failures as the BJP is claiming? Your reading of it?
Look, the context in which it arose, where the question that was asked to him was, are you, that people say that you're a weak Prime Minister, and he sought to juxtapose his alleged weakness with the alleged toughness of Narendra Modi. It's a reasonable kind of comment to make. I don't think there was anything sinister, and if in fact the Modi comment is dominating headlines today, a day after the press conference, rather than the manifest failures of the UPA government, which I couldn't catch his name, but your BJP guest is obviously alluding to, then I think the BJP only has itself to blame, because from the minute the press conference ended, rather than focusing on all these contradictions, rather than focusing on all the rather peculiar logic that Manmohan Singh used to explain away corruption, explain away the price rise, and so on, it's the BJP that made a big kerfuffle, made a big song and dance about the Modi comment. They should have just let it go. As for this being a constitutional position, there's plenty of, Mr. Narendra Modi's speech on August 15th, to the best of my knowledge, was the government of Gujarat function, and that didn't prevent him from making statements that in many ways were as political as what the Prime Minister made yesterday. So I think, this sort of thing is just nonsense. I think it's important to focus on the essence of what the Prime Minister said. Let's have a debate on that. Let's challenge some of the logic the Prime Minister presented, particularly on the issue of corruption. And the BJP, quite frankly, if they were clever politicians, would focus on that rather than on the non-issue of whether Narendra Modi is fit or unfit. Obviously, if you're opposed to a politician, you will believe that he's unfit to be Prime Minister. The BJP believes Manmohan Singh and Rahul Gandhi are unfit to be Prime Minister. The Aam Aadmi Party believes both Rahul and Modi are unfit. So what's the big deal? It's important to focus on the issues, and that's what the BJP ought to do, and they're not doing that.
Mr. Vyas, would you like to respond to that, considering that the BJP has in fact been using for the longest time this anti-Congress sentiment? That's what you all have been using so far.
Not the least, I'll not use the harsh words like nonsense, but I would simply like to say that the comparison is being made in altogether different compartments. I am saying this was not the occasion. I have no objection, Dr. Manmohan Singh or anybody from Congress saying anything on the street. They are a political party and they have got every right to make any kind of an allegation which they can stand and which doesn't go to the almost to the boundary of the defamation. I am not saying that. I am saying that a country's Prime Minister, who is an outgoing Prime Minister, this is his last press conference, must have grace. People of India were watching him, and I think Dr. Manmohan Singh would have done it would have done him a great deal of favor in boosting his image as a soft, and well-meaning politician. I think why he was so much aggressive. The reason is Congress today stands dazed. After the states election results they are declared, they were forced to make an announcement that soon you will have a person who will be nominated as a prime ministerial candidate, meaning thereby that much before Manmohan Singh would have said in this press conference, his tenure was terminated after his term gets over. So I think it was all this frustration that was being vented out rather than anything else.